Hello and thanks for joining us for our mid-morning edition of ARIRANG News. I'm Mark Broom. We start with another setback for Samsung Electronics. The Korean tech giant says it will ask its global partners to stop sales and exchanges of its Galaxy Note 7 smartphone, following reports of several additional fires over the past days. It comes just 24 hours after Samsung announced a temporary production halt. Kim Min-ji starts us off.
In yet another blow to Samsung Electronics, the world's #1 smartphone maker says it will temporarily suspend sales and replacements of the Galaxy Note 7. In an official statement posted on its website, Samsung said the decision was reached after consultations with the state-run Korean Agency for Technology and Standards and other related authorities. Samsung said as consumer safety is its top priority, all global partners will be asked to halt sales and exchanges while an investigation takes place into whether or not the replacement phones are safe or unsafe. Samsung had been offering replacements after reports of the device catching fire while charging. However, at least 8 new cases of fire involving the replacement Note 7 have been reported, 5 in the US, 1 each in Korea, China, and Taiwan. While Samsung said it's working with authorities in Korea, US, and China to investigate the latest incidents, it prompted the company to announce a temporary production halt on Monday. Samsung said it will work diligently with appropriate regulatory authorities to take all necessary steps to resolve the situation and advise consumers with the original or replacement to power down and stop using the device. Commenting on the global sales halt, the chairman of the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission said Samsung had taken appropriate measures. Kim Min-ji, ARIRANG News.
Now in the race for the White House, looks like Donald Trump has his work cut out for him with just 4 weeks remaining before the US presidential election. After that leak of an 11-year-old video of him making controversial comments about women, with Trump's poll numbers sliding, the Republican House leader Paul Ryan has distanced himself from the party's candidate. Kim Mo-kyun has the details.
Republican House Speaker Paul Ryan has announced that he will no longer campaign with nor defend Donald Trump. His statement comes after the emergence on Friday of a 2005 video showing Trump bragging about groping and making sexual advances on women. Ryan claims he was sickened by what he heard and said he would spend the next 29 days trying to protect his party's congressional majorities and on making sure that Clinton does not get a blank check with a Democrat-controlled Congress. Donald Trump quickly fired back at Ryan. He tweeted that the House Speaker should spend more time on balancing the budget, creating jobs, and tackling illegal immigration instead of wasting time fighting him. The latest NBC Wall Street Journal poll taken after the release of the video has Trump trailing Hillary Clinton by 14 points in a heads-up race. The Democratic candidate had 52% to Trump's 38%. It's a significant hike compared to the head-to-head matchup by the same poll released last month, where Clinton was ahead by 7 points. The poll of 500 registered voters has a margin of error of plus or minus 4.6%. The winner of next month's presidential election is the candidate who gets 270 or more electoral college votes. According to Real Clear Politics electoral map, as of Sunday, Clinton currently holds leads in enough states to secure 260 electoral votes, just 10 short of an outright majority. Kim Mo-kyun, ARIRANG News.
The Korean government is gearing up to get extra tough on illegal Chinese fishing following the latest incident in the West Sea. Korea's Ministry of Public Safety and Security is set to announce new measures on Tuesday afternoon aimed at cracking down on illegal Chinese fishing boats. This comes in light of an incident last week in which Chinese fishing boats illegally entered and fished in Korean waters and then rammed into and sank a Korean Coast Guard vessel that tried to stop them. The Coast Guard wants to charge the assailants with attempted murder and is considering arming their men with weapons for protection. China, Korea's #1 trade partner, has asked Seoul to deal with the incident in a rational manner, suggesting it consider the two countries' bilateral relations and regional stability. The United States has reiterated that plans are in motion to deploy the THAAD missile defense system to South Korea, regardless of public opposition to it, in this country. The announcement was posted on the White House's We Are the People website in response to a petition signed by more than 100,000 South Korean activists who are opposed to the deployment. In the petition, the activists said the deployment is a controversial move that will escalate tension in the region by provoking not only North Korea, but also China and Russia as well. The White House defended its decision, calling it a way to improve the missile defense posture of the US-South Korea alliance. It also emphasized that the deployment of THAAD reflects Washington's ironclad commitment to South Korea's defense amid continual North Korean nuclear and missile provocations. Oil prices have shot up to their highest level so far this year after Russian President Vladimir Putin announced Russia is ready to join OPEC's output cap. Speaking at the World Energy Congress in Istanbul on Monday, Putin said Russia would cooperate with OPEC to come up with a deal where production would be frozen or even potentially cut. Brent crude, the international benchmark, hit a one-year high, up more than 3% to slightly over $53 a barrel. West Texas Intermediate crude oil futures were also up 3% plus to more than $51. OPEC agreed at an informal meeting last month to discuss freezing output when it holds its formal meeting in Vienna at the end of November. And that's all we have for now. We'll be back at noon Korea time with more news. But in the meantime, please stay tuned to ARIRANG TV. Don't forget that you can also find us on Facebook and Twitter. Just search for ARIRANG News. Until next time, goodbye.